I didn't know there was this much green in the whole galaxy.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombies. So today is Sunday, and I don't have to tell you what's going on. If you woke up this morning and you had a look at your portfolio, well, I imagine you look something like this. That's right, guys. We're having another amazing day in the crypto markets. Smash those likes. If today is your first time checking out the Crypto Zombie channel, definitely get subscribed. We do this every single day. And also, friendly reminder, tomorrow is Monday, which means Ledger Nano S giveaway time. All you got to do is drop a comment on any video and you are eligible. But my goodness, that is a lot of green. That is a lot of green. Let's dive in. Let's have a look. Let's give this a quick refresh live. So we have a $248 billion market cap. Bitcoin dominance around 57%. So looks like we've actually had a minor, slight little pullback from this morning. I mean, it was pretty impressive. We had a lot of excitement this morning. So you can see right here, Bitcoin is sitting over $8,000, but just barely sitting over 8,000. We might even be a little bit lower, on the actual charts right now. But having a look at some of these gainers today, you have Bitcoin Cash actually up 13%, Metaverse 12, ELF, Clams. Clams is a very random one to be up today, but 11%. Binance Coin, MadeSafe, Chainlink, Thor, Dash, and look at that, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is actually on the biggest gainers of the day. We also have Flexicoin up 21%. Now, this was a very popular coin that was heavily promoted at Consensus, but as you can see right here, very low volume, 86,000. Please be very careful with this one, guys. And also, our buddy Matic Network still on a tear. We now have a market cap of $38 million, up 32% today, yet again. So we are having a very amazing day today for cryptocurrencies. So should you invest your entire life savings into crypto? Well, I mean, you would have did pretty well if you had done it, back in December. But the answer is no. You must always be responsible. But it is definitely exciting times, and I can understand why you would just want to go all in. But please be safe. Don't be gambling away your, rent money or something like that. But let's dive in. Let's have a look. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing today. So you notice that we still cannot break higher than this sort of $8,200 line. Okay, we've tested it, 1, 2, 3, almost 4 times now. And yeah, so we have the danger zone that we spoke, and that's basically if we go lower than the 6,400, which we did wick down there when we had that, that crazy $5,000 Bitcoin fat finger sell-off that happened on BitMax the other day. Now, I do want to point out something that does bother me a little bit about this. And what bothers me is the volume. As you can see down there, we have very low volume on a move that you could see was bigger than this drop yesterday, but we had almost 3 times as much volume when we dumped, yesterday compared to today when we pumped. So I would like to see a little bit more volume. I do understand that it's because of the weekends and this does happen, but that's just something that I wanted to point out moving forward. And also, if we have a look over here at the chart, as you can see, even on Coinbase, you still have relatively low volume compared to where we are, but it is nice to know that we are maintaining above this $7,400 level, $7,500 level, and that was very significant for us to break through, and I'm going to show you why in just a second. And that was because if we actually go all the way back to 2017, you can see right there where that arrow is, we actually had difficulty breaking above that level, right here. We tried to break through it about 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and we couldn't. We got rejected, but the next time we smashed it, almost very similar to how we just totally smashed through the $6,400 level over here. And then as you can see, we're sort of jumping around in this the blue box that I have, and the reason is because this next level right here at around almost $8,400, that was the next resistance that we had right at the end of November. And you can see we tried breaking through, 1, 2, 3 times. And then finally, once we broke through that, we went on full-on parabolic trend, So I just want to have a look at this and compare this to something that we're very familiar with, which is the Wall Street cheat sheet. Now, a lot of people were trying to say that, we're still in the anger phase or we're in the depression phase. I would have to say at this point, we are most certainly in the disbelief stage. And as you can see, disbelief actually carries over to here. And look, there is a little bit potential chance of that that last little sell-off, right? And we are keeping our eyes on that. Is Bitcoin going to have that, final sell-off? Because the thing that I want to point out is if we do go back to the chart over here, this dip that we had, this wasn't natural. Like, this was actually weird because it was just one sell order that actually screwed up the entire market, which I do want you guys to realize that's how volatile these markets are. But at the same time, we had something very similar happen with the Tether FUD right here. As you can see, we were following right here along this trend line. Let me make that bold so you guys could see it. And then we dipped down here. But the weird thing is that when we fell, that was actually because of the Tether FUD, right? But if you actually erase that, we were still going on a nice upwards trajectory. So the question is, should we just get rid of this and say maybe that was a mistake and still look at the fact that we are going upwards? But even if we just include that, you could see that we have formed somewhat of another trend upwards as well. So lots of things looking good for Bitcoin right now. Very, very excited. And I definitely think personally we're in the disbelief stage, and we may even potentially be entering the hope stage sooner than later. But let me know, where do you guys think we are? Drop a comment below. Do you think we're in the depression stage still? The disbelief stage, or have we actually entered hope? I think we're close. But we will keep an eye on it moving forward. But I want to talk about these particular indicators right here. Is just something very simple. You don't have to draw a million lines to see what's going on these charts, okay? The real important thing here is that we are above the 50, the 200, and the 100 moving averages. And you can see right here, we're even above them in the order that we were before we had that crazy run up in 2017. I mean, look, we had the 50 on top, the 100 in the middle, and the 200 on the bottom, and we rode this baby all the way to the top. And you could see as soon as we started going below it, that's when things got really bad. And then we had the death cross, and forget about it. We know the rest is history. And currently, as we can see right here, we are still sitting above all three of these in the exact same order that we were sitting above them just before the massive run up in 2017. That is something to definitely keep in mind. And I wanted to real quick just look at some of these key levels that we're really trying to break here. And you can see we do have resistance. Currently, we're trying to get above the 8,366. But if we look at resistance over the course of the year, the $8,609 level is really what we're trying to break. And we do have support around the 6,700. Yeah, I'll drop this chart below if you guys want to look at this yourself, but that's basically the situation. And having a look at this Bitcoin on track to $200,000, which we know is most likely going to happen. I mean, if we get to the market cap of gold, you're talking a $330,000 Bitcoin. And the way that we're seeing guys hop from gold into Bitcoin, this could happen sooner than later. I mean, imagine if we even just got a fraction of gold's market cap going into Bitcoin, what that would do. That would be incredible. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens sooner than later. But as you can see right here, we are still on track for that $200,000 Bitcoin. We're still in this channel. Everything is still looking great. And I also wanted to point out, if you guys follow Plan B, he actually said that Bitcoin at $7,300 is $1,000 above the stock to flow model value, as you can see right here. And the thing is he's saying this at 7,300. Well, we're at 8,000 right now. So you could see that Bitcoin is actually on track, if we stay on this time model, to actually hit $1 million. Yeah, I mean, potentially by like 2028 or 2029. Now, I know that that's like crazy prediction. Nobody can predict that far. But I mean, we have 10 years of, history plotted on this chart right here. And you could see that Bitcoin is still holding true and still moving just as we expected. So this is something to keep in mind as well. And also, for everyone out there that is, an altcoin fanatic, the altcoins have actually been doing quite well. As you can see right here, we've actually formed some sort of new support right here around 89 billion. And yeah, I mean, as long as we don't fall below this sort of range right here where we had this resistance, then it may actually look pretty good for the altcoins short term as well. Obviously, if Bitcoin starts mooning again everyone's going to rush back into Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin has another opportunity to kind of chill out and stabilize the way that we had seen it recently, well, then we could have another, really big altcoin boom. Because I'll be quite honest with you, that little altcoin rally that we saw, that's not altcoin season to me. Altcoin season is when your coins are just like 3xing, 4xing, 5xing, okay? And we really haven't seen that. We had a little bit of a rally that was in the beginning of the year, but I mean, I still think we could have a bigger rally. But let me tell you why crypto is back. And the biggest sign of all is obviously because of Bitconnect. Guys, Bitconnect, are you serious? What the is this? Okay, if you guys don't know what Bitconnect is, let me just break it down for you. Don't touch it, okay? I hope this is fake. I hope this is a joke. If this is not a joke, I feel very, very sad for the newbies that fall for this. And please, everyone out there, just let them know. Just tell them, just let them know. This is crazy. This is crazy. But all right, moving on, okay? Bank of England chief economist Andrew G. Haldane actually spoke to some college students May 17th on the topic, and the topic of Bitcoin came up, right? So somebody actually reported on it, and check this out. So one person asked what he thought of cryptocurrency, and this is what he said. He said that it could replace cash. He even joked about us likely having Bitcoin in our wallets. He said he didn't think it would replace cash tomorrow, but he was quite open to the idea 20 or 30 years down the line. He was also quite familiar with cryptocurrencies and joked that there were now thousands of them. So you have a Bank of England official saying that. I don't know what's going on. I think they're updating this article live. Did you guys see that glitch? That was weird. So anyway, that is crazy moving forward. And also yesterday we were talking about gold on the channel, right? And we're noticing that the gold charts have been going down, and you've even had investors saying that they're ditching gold for Bitcoin. And you could see Tyler Winklevoss, once again, its market cap is only 140 billion. Gold's is 7 trillion. Do the math. Well, we already did the math. And we'd have a $330,000 Bitcoin. And his brother, Cameron Winklevoss, actually spoke at South by Southwest 2019. And he said, the only thing that's truly precious in my mind is Bitcoin. If you tell that to someone who's my parents' age, they'll probably look at me and tell me I'm crazy. And I'm willing to accept that. But you talk to someone who's playing Fortnite and say, okay, 2 options. Bar of gold or the equivalent in Bitcoin, they are 10 out of 10, no, 100 out of 100 times gonna take the Bitcoin. They want software, they don't want hardware. And as you can see right here, if you compare Bitcoin to gold and fiat, I mean, there's no comparison. It blows it out of the water. And if you're wondering right here why fungibility only got a B, arguably, it should be an A, but the thing is Bitcoin isn't actually totally anonymous, right? It's pseudo-anonymous. So the reason that it's not 100% fungible is because you can actually trace where the Bitcoin has been. So say there's some Bitcoin that's, like how they do with these hacks, right? Now it's dirty Bitcoin. So if you can tie that Bitcoin to, a hack or some illegal activity, and then that Bitcoin ends up in your wallet, then technically it's tainted Bitcoin. So that's the whole idea. But you can see right here, I don't know durability. It doesn't even exist physically, but I guess it gets a B for that reason. Definitely portable, fungible, okay, arguable, verifiable. That's their whole motto, right? Don't trust, verify, divisible, of course. Very scarce, extremely scarce, right? Only 21 million Bitcoin in the world, 4 million are lost forever, right? Potentially. And we talked yesterday, there's only 44 million millionaires in the world. So there's not even enough for each millionaire to own 1 Bitcoin. That's nuts. Hope you guys own 1 Bitcoin. Make that your goal. Not financial advice, but try to own 1 Bitcoin if you can. I think 1 Bitcoin is probably going to be enough. In 20 years or something, I think 1 Bitcoin is going to be if you have 1 Bitcoin, you're going to be the top elite. You know what I'm saying? Established history D and censorship resistant. Okay, maybe not an A plus. I don't know, maybe, because technically if you have it on a ledger or something like that, and somebody, holds you down and prevents you from using it, I guess. I don't know. But you could definitely see that Bitcoin is obviously the best choice here. Also, are you guys freaking pumped for today? So we are going to have a 60 minutes special on Bitcoin that is airing tonight. Definitely check it out. I'm pretty excited. This is going to be a lot of eyes. 60 Minutes is a very popular program. A lot of people watch it. A lot of people are going to see this. I do hope that it's something positive. Okay, obviously this is Charlie Shrem, so I hope it's positive, but we do know that the media has their way of twisting Bitcoin always into that very dark narrative, dark web and Silk Road and all that type of stuff, money laundering, right? But hopefully they really put it in a positive limelight. And yeah, if not, well, it is what it is, guys. We all know. And finally, I want to talk about some speculation, something that's been floating around. So there's going to be a major speech from Hester Pierce, okay? She's the pro-Bitcoin SEC commissioner. Some people call her crypto mom. And this is strange because it coincides with the deadline for the ruling on the Van Eck Bitcoin ETF. So this has led to speculation that the scheduling is deliberately enabling Pierce to deliver a positive announcement of the SEC's approval. So you can see right here, it says this week, the SEC once again delayed their decision on the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF, but made no announcement on the also pending Van Eck proposal. So you can see over here, Jake Chervinsky, he is our crypto-friendly lawyer over here on Twitter. He said the SEC delayed the Bitwise Bitcoin BTF 2 days ago, but still hasn't made a decision on Van Eck. This is unusual. The SEC would normally handle both ETFs at once. The Van Eck deadline is next Tuesday. I think delay is overwhelmingly likely, but the timing has me curious. So maybe they're just going to have her come out and say it's delayed. Or maybe it's going to get approved, although I don't know. I mean, honestly, at this point, we're pretty tired about the ETF talk. It's draining, okay? We have so many other exciting things. We have Backed, Fidelity. We have all these, amazing custodial solutions. So, I mean, is the ETF, do we even need an ETF at this point? I mean, guys, we literally got out of the bear market. We were all the way down at 31. Now we're up at 8,000 again. I mean, I don't think we need the ETF, but hey, the more options you have, the more opportunity for people to get involved, the better, right? So I welcome it. I don't think it's absolutely necessary, but I do welcome it. We'll see. So time will tell. Also, side note, I want to talk about the Stellar network. So it halted. They were unable to reach consensus. So they said while an outage like this is highly undesirable, they did acknowledge that no user funds were affected. No one's balances were confused by a fork. Per the developers, a temporary halt for a platform like Stellar is preferable to the permanent confusion of a fork. However, lessons learned from the recent outage suggest that Stellar needs better tooling around uptime. And then they said right here, ironically, the opposite is true. Stellar has added many new nodes in response to them being centralized. In retrospect, some new nodes took on too much consensus responsibility too soon. We need better community standards around maintenance timings, quorum set building, and validator configuration. But I mean, all in all, everything worked out fine. I mean, we have these hiccups sometimes. The technology is very young. Doesn't look like it really had any major consequences. And, hopefully the developers and they were able to learn something and maybe next time we'll be able to not have this happen, right? And that's how you build, that's how you learn. Also, I just wanted to say I don't use HitBTC anymore. This is not an exchange. I haven't used them in a long time. I've had a very, very, very bad experience with them. But it looks like now, I don't know, because correct me if I'm wrong. This is just what I'm reading. But apparently they're holding users' funds hostage if you don't basically finish your KYC. But the weird thing is that they allowed you to deposit the funds a while ago without having these KYC laws. And now all of a sudden they've, kind of implemented them in the background and now they're not letting you withdraw. They say some people can't actually perform KYC. So yeah, I don't know. It says, looks like HitBTC have decided to go full scammer and are stealing balances of users. Guys, let me know what's going on with this. This is apparently a pretty big situation that's happening right now. Let me know in the comments below. What is happening? Are they holding users' funds hostage? Are they taking your funds? Let me know, guys. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Once again, I stress this is exactly why you need to take your crypto off of exchanges and put them on a Ledger Nano X, guys. Or a Ledger Nano S or a hardware wallet or anywhere. So yeah, that being said, guys, if you haven't checked out my Ledger Nano X tutorial popping above right there, definitely check it out. You got to get your cryptos off of these exchanges, man. People are never going to learn their lessons until it's too late. But you know what? Let's end on a positive note. So cars are able to be rented here in the Dominican Republic. Here you go. Check this out. Cars for rent. So the virus is spreading. And that being said, I want to say thank you so much for everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. You guys rock. Like I said, if this is your first time checking out Crypto Zombie, you got to get subscribed. We do this every single day. Also, we do have a really cool Telegram group. If you guys want, you can join it right there, or the link is below. Absolutely free. Just a place to hang out, talk crypto, you know, just kind of hang out with the crypto friends. You know, that's basically it. So thank you so much for coming back to the channel. Everyone, you guys rock. You know I love you guys. And also, if you guys haven't checked out Brave Browser yet, it's gaining in popularity, and users are really starting to love these, you know, ad-free experiences and also getting rewarded. Also, you can find that below in the links. That's enough for me. I think I've talked enough. Today is Sunday. Go out, enjoy the day. It's a beautiful day in crypto. How are we doing on the charts? You know, I got to check one more time before we go. Oh no, we're down to 7,800 again. Okay, well maybe we'll get held by this line though that we've sort of formed. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, but still impressive pump. But this is why I said before we go, this is why I was a little concerned about the volume right here being a little bit low. I would have liked a little bit more volume pumping this up. So is this a little bit of like a fluke outbreak? It could be, guys. It could be. We'll keep our eyes on it, though. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. Tomorrow is Monday. It is back on the grind. We are just getting started. This is the beginning of the next parabolic phase. I always say phrase instead of phase. So strap in, put your seatbelt on, and let's get ready to go. You guys rock. Thank you so much. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto, and peace out.